All right, get ready because we're going deep today. We've got this success podcast script, and it's for YouTube, so there's a lot to unpack.
Yeah, it's a really interesting look at how they put together these messages, how they try to make them as powerful as possible.
It's like getting a sneak peek behind the scenes.
Right.
So the script, it's got like 5 secrets to success,
Yeah.
but we're not just going to, repeat them. We're going to really dig in. We'll look at the psychology behind them, see if they actually hold up.
Sort of like success detectives.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so first up is secret number 1, set clear goals. And the script really pushes writing those goals down. It even says people who do that are 42% more likely to achieve them.
42%, that's a big number. So is that true?
Yeah, that's what we're going to find out.
Well, there's this thing called the Zeigarnik effect.
Yeah.
Basically, our brains, they remember things we haven't finished better. So writing down a goal, it kind of triggers that, keeps it in your mind.
So it's like our brains are obsessed with checking things off our list.
Pretty much.
I know I am. But it's more than that, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. There's this strategy, implementation intentions, where you don't just write the goal, but the steps you'll take.
So instead of just saying, I want to run a marathon, you say, I'll sign up for a program, or I'll run 3 times a week.
You got it. You're turning a wish into a plan.
Makes a lot of sense. Okay, so set clear goals. It seems legit. But what about secret number 2? Develop a growth mindset. This one's about learning from, when you mess up.
Right. And that idea, it's really popular now, for good reason. A growth mindset, it helps you bounce back, adapt, always be improving.
But isn't there a risk of, being too positive? Sometimes failing means you need to change direction completely.
You're right. It's not about ignoring setbacks or pretending you're happy about them. It's about being curious, wanting to learn.
So not, oh, I failed, but at least I learned. It's more, okay, what went wrong and how can I do better next time?
That's it. Failure becomes a step forward, not a roadblock. And the way this script explains this, it uses an analogy.
Oh, yeah, where they ask you to imagine trying something new and it, not working out.
Exactly. Analogies, they're great for explaining tricky ideas. Like, in this case, it helps you connect with the growth mindset thing personally.
It's translating something complicated into something we all get.
That's the key, right? Especially with success, because it means different things to everyone.
So far, this script is using some pretty smart psychology, and we're only on secret number 2. Let's see what else we can find.
Let's do it. So, secret number 3, this one's all about taking action. Taking consistent action, that's what they call it. Seems simple, right? But there's a bit more to it.
Yeah, they really hammer home that you got to show up, do the work, even when you don't feel like it,
Exactly. And they throw in this stat, 1% improvement every day. That adds up to 37 times growth in a year. Compounding. It's powerful stuff.
It's a good way to put it, right? Makes it real, like something you can measure.
Makes you want to get going, see that progress. But gotta be careful too, right?
What do you mean?
Well, all this hustle can burn you out. Gotta find a balance.
Right, consistent action, but not at the cost of your, everything.
That's the key. And this script, it's smart. It asks you to think of just one small step you can take today.
Yeah, it's not like go change your life right now. It's more like what's one little thing you can do to get closer to your dream?
Exactly. Small steps, but you do them every day. That's how you get big results. So for everyone listening, remember that. Don't try to do everything at once. Just focus on those little improvements.
I like that. Okay, on to secret number 4. Surround yourself with the right people. This one hits home for me. The people around you, they make a huge difference.
Well, absolutely. Social psychology, it's clear the people you hang out with, they shape what you believe, what you do, even how successful you are. There's a term for it, social contagion.
Social contagion, wow, that's kind of scary. But also kind of cool, like your friends can infect you with good habits or bad ones.
That's the idea. You're around negative people, it's tough to stay positive.
But it's not just about avoiding the bad, right? It's about finding those people who lift you up.
You got it. The people who believe in you, support you, push you to be better. That's what this script says.
Like having a mastermind group, right? Bunch of people on the same path helping each other out.
Exactly. Accountability, encouragement, new ideas. You don't get that alone. Though, gotta be careful. Too much of a good thing can be bad, right?
What do you mean?
Well, groupthink. Everyone agreeing all the time. That can stifle creativity.
Good point. So it's about having that support system, but also thinking for yourself.
Exactly. Finding people who respect you, but also challenge you. Okay, ready for the last one. Secret number 5. Stay true to your purpose. This one, it's about more than just, achievements. It's about living a life that means something.
It's getting deep now.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it. It's not just about money or fame. It's about finding what makes you you.
And this script, it asks you to imagine, what would you do if you had all the time and money in the world?
Classic question, right? What's your passion? But it makes you think.
It does. Strips away all the limits, all the expectations. You just think about what truly matters.
Figuring out what makes you happy. Not because someone else says it's important, but because it feels right to you.
And here's where that YouTube audience comes in. This message, it speaks to people who are searching for meaning.
They don't just want to get rich quick. They want to make a difference. Do something they believe in.
And this script, it gets that. It's not just about reaching a goal, it's about the journey, finding yourself along the way.
This has been so insightful. Who knew there was so much to uncover in a simple script?
We've just scratched the surface. There's always more to discover.
I'm ready for your final thoughts, but let's give our listeners a moment to process all this. We're back and ready to finish up this deep dive, into this success script. It's really amazing how much we've found just by breaking it down.
Yeah, it shows you just how powerful communication is. Even a simple message can have all these hidden meanings, psychology tricks and stuff.
And it makes you think, right, are we being influenced by these things all the time without realizing it?
I think so, yeah. I mean, think about it. Every day, ads, social media news, they're all trying to persuade us. It's important to be aware of that, to be able to spot those techniques.
Which is why I think this deep dive has been so useful. We're not just talking about one script. We're learning how to analyze any message.
Exactly. We've talked about psychological stuff like the Zeigarnik effect and communication tricks, analogies, calls to action. We even talked about the big picture, what success and purpose mean in society.
It's like we've gotten this insider's guide to persuasion.
And now that we know the rules of the game, we can play it better. We can choose what to believe, what to question.
So if we had to sum it all up, what's the one thing our listeners should take away?
I'd say success, it's complicated. There's no magic formula. What works for one person might not work for another. It's about finding what fits you, what aligns with your values, and then going for it.
I like that. It's about defining success for yourself, not letting other people tell you what it should be.
Exactly. And remember, success is a journey. It's about growing, learning, adapting. It never really ends.
Speaking of journeys, remember that question from the script? The one about what you would do if you had unlimited time and money.
Oh, yeah, the what's your passion question. That's a good one.
Well, we've been talking about, how to be successful. But what if you've already achieved all that? The money, the fame, the career, but you still feel empty? What then?
That's a deep question. And I think it's something a lot of people struggle with, even those who seem to have it all. It reminds us that true fulfillment, it comes from doing things that match your values. It's about finding a purpose that goes beyond just, material stuff.
So it's not just about being successful. It's about being successful at something that actually matters to you, something that gives your life meaning.
That's it. It's about finding that thing where your passions and talents meet a need in the world.
Where you can make a real difference, a positive impact.
Exactly. Well, that brings us to the end of our deep dive.
We've really taken this Success Podcast episode apart.
We looked at the psychology, the strategies, the deeper meaning of it all.
And hopefully you, our listener, are leaving with a new understanding of how messages work, how to see through them.
Remember, success is a journey. Define it for yourself, go after it with everything you've got, and never stop learning.